Italo Ferreira just moves on a different type of rhythm.
Reckless abandon is what Italo Ferreira is.
Ferreira, just a ball of energy.
He's trying to stay in the zone, and he's got Red Bulls everywhere.
He's willing to sacrifice his body, his boards, everything for the win.
And the persona that you guys see, you know, the rock star that's necessary for this world is somebody that's different from the human that he is. Deep individual, you know, operates on a lot of feeling, and the best do that.
You can see how much it means to him.
Let him celebrate, you guys.
It's so unique. It's so fun to watch. When the Italo show's on, it's something you don't want to miss.
We always want front row seats to the Italo Ferreira show. It's starting now. Italo, world #1, taking on local boy Liam O'Brien and Julian Wilson, winning the trials yesterday to enter the CT event once again. What a story that is. Joe Trappell, Laura Ennever, Richie Lovett here for the call. How good is this? I mean, so much to unpack in heat #6. Obviously, you've got world #1 headlining this one, but you've got this man, former runner-up in the world, back in the CT jersey, already getting the first wave of the matchup, Richie.
Yeah, so Jules has had a couple of reps out here yesterday. Trials went up, and great to see Julian back in the jersey. Italo on the backhand. We're expecting fast-paced energy from him, and he's not going to let us down. Through to the inside, great turn, really vertical attack. This is going to be a monster score for Italo Ferreira, and he just turned up the dial.
Holy dooly. We knew this heat on paper was going to be the one to watch of the day, but geez, it's only been like 3 minutes, and 8-point right for Italo. And Julian, I love that 5. I thought he looks fast and spicy, but they're keeping that contained for now. But yeah, what about that wave from Italo?
He's going to make it look like you have more time on this wave. And especially for being a backhander, he's going to break all the rules in this event. For what he's capable of, what he's made of, the right that built him at Baía Formosa in Brazil. It looks fast-paced. It looks like it's a dumpy closeout. He's going to use that to his strengths in this event. Yeah,
absolutely. No doubt about it. And you hit the nail on the head, Joe. He's so fast that he does give himself time to perform those bigger maneuvers. Here goes Jules again.
Julian Wilson. Just so fun saying his name again on tour. On the wind-ups to the sky with that big pun, and doesn't quite land it. But look at that. Age is just a number, 36 years of age, and still going for giant airs just like he did when he was a rookie back in 2011. His whole career kicked off with wild card opportunities. His first one was in France, but after that, it was all those Gold Coast call-ups that were so exciting. Italo is inspired. Wow. Almost took off late. He kind of almost floated the section first, then punted to back up his 8.0.
Oh, this guy is so dangerous. So dangerous. 2025, he has been just on an absolute heat up. He just is full throttle the whole time and so dependable. Check it out, Laura.
He's serving so good, so fast. Like you said, late to this one, and just still got the spin. You know, he's so strong. He's just looking, yeah, he's looking better than ever, I feel like, and it's showing in his results. His heats have been amazing. He's absolutely on fire. And then we're forgetting about one guy out there, the favourite of the crowd.
We'll hear it when he takes off. We're going to hear it.
It's going to be massive. Everyone's going to lose their mind. They actually have a true local Burleigh Heads Board Riders Club member, Liam O'Brien, waiting now with priority. And before we see his first wave, let's hear from a wild card named Callum Robson. Von Blakey caught up with him earlier.
Yep. Cal Robbo coming up against the freshly minted Bells champion and absolutely teeing off. True grit performance, Cal. You look like you had something to prove out there, mate.
Yeah, I'm just stoked to be back on the CT, back at the highest level, and yeah, with the Rashi on, and just rubbing shoulders with the world's best again. I think it's like 7 months off competing, so to be coming straight back in, to be going up against people like Jack Robbo, who just come off a fresh Bells win, yeah, definitely keeps you on your toes. I was like nervous, had all those normal comp emotions starting to roll back through the body, and it's just like feels good, makes you feel alive, and this is what we do it for.
Mate, we caught up a few times during the off-season, and you were so settled. You were ready to go, and this opportunity, when it popped up, it just seemed like perfect timing.
Yeah, we're making those matcha cookies all that time in the kitchen, cooking up with Bonsoy. So I think just like those matcha cookies just put me right in the sweet spot, and we've been going good ever since. But no, I'm stoked to be back here competing, especially right here on the Gold Coast. It's like an amazing event, especially to kickstart my competitive year. Obviously the tour's been going for a while, but watching Morgan down in Bells was super inspiring, and I just love the group of Aussies that we have, and just to feed off each other, and I just want to see as many of us back there, Jacob, Morgs, myself, all of us. I just want us all back there, so it'll be sick. Mate,
you've been a bit of a team leader in terms of like knowing how to sort of take on the disappointment of falling off tour, getting onto the Challenger Series, having near misses for requalification, but it just seems like the whole crew feels really settled with that and are coming on strong, like finding their best form again.
Yeah, well, I just think it's the reality of the situation, whether you're on or off tour. It's just like, at the end of the day, we love to do this, we love to compete, and I think if you fall in love with the process of competing and surfing, and that you're going to realise that you're going to do it no matter what, then you can take some comfort in that. Is that whether I'm on or off tour, I'm going to still compete and try and be my best surfer. So I think you take comfort in that, and I think all the boys have realised that we live a pretty good life. We live here in the Gold Coast in Australia. It's like the weather's amazing. We're fortunate enough to live in this beautiful country, so I think there's a lot to be grateful for. So I'm stoked to be able to, just be living this life and have the opportunity to surf against these amazing surfers.
Oh, mate, you're bringing a tear to my eye. I tell you, congratulations. You just ripped in that heat. Good to see you. Absolutely firing at your best. Looking forward to the next round as well.
Cheers. Let's go. Thank you.
Great catch-up with Callum Robson, and great explosive reaction from this local crowd backing Liam O'Brien on his first wave. Wow, our booth started rumbling, the windows were shaking. That's what it's all about. The board riders culture here. When they've got someone in the event, they go all out. As we continue on with Italo Ferreira. Nice snap to slide. Driving into that tailhook reverse. He is just unstoppable. Already has 15 points, and he still has 20 minutes for more.
Wow, he can do no wrong. But yeah, how was that wave from Liam O'Brien? You know, just local knowledge playing right into it, just the wave of the heat. He's waited 10 minutes and, wondering whether that pressure of hearing these scores drop would just, sort of unsettle him. But yeah, he looked right at home when he stood up in that wave. And I'm pretty sure some of those local guys just broke the microphones. It's just like, they were screaming.
You love it. Let's get caught up here. Richie, Liam O'Brien lighting this up.
Lobby picked a gem. Slicing off the top there, little layback hack, and then this beautiful finishing turn. And then the point just erupted at this stage of the game. Liam, great opening ride, really good settler, and he's going to be right in the hunt here. Oh, they're backing him. They're backing him big time. And then this was Jules out the back. Smaller little wave, tags it nicely the first turn. Beautiful wrap for the second, and then gets to that third finishing turn as well. So Jules really starting to build the foundations of his heat score.
And then Italo, Laura.
Wow, this is an absolute heat. He almost lost it there, but then he's like, nah, not today. Got it back. And that was amazing. Just out. And Liam back up again.
Nice first turn. Liam O'Brien is going to have to step out of that wave after the first hammer. He's a pretty mellow cat. I think that's why he's so good at surfing big waves as well. It doesn't ever seem like he's spiking with his adrenaline. He stays so calm, but how would he be reacting after that celebration from his friends and family?
I mean, he's looking on the inside here.
He can't sit still now. Liam throwing down a little wrap. Flowing with that beautiful style that was raised on this wave right here at Burley. His opening score is going to get this crowd so psyched, an 8.07. Just a touch better than Italo's 8-point ride.
Yeah, and it's smart surfing, just picking up that wide wave down the end of the point, identifying that he's got the best score of the heat so far. He knows Italo's got 2 bombs as well, so why not tidy it up, really set that foundation and put Julian on notice here at this stage in the heat. Really put pressure on Jules.
Scores in for last of Wilson, his best so far, 6.67. As just watching his surfing so far, he hasn't missed a beat. Still just so polished and groomed. Looks like Wilson's up now. A Pipe Masters champ, throws down a carve. Tries to find more pace and smoothness to this one. He's found it now out in front. Big carve into the pocket again on that board from JS, and that one's just going to run off without him. Tricky little sections. You could see him just trying to really work himself into a smoother gear.
Yeah, you could see his rhythm was just off a millisecond, wasn't it, on that wave?
From the get-go, you know, he got that nice carve in the middle there, but, you know, just wild how good this heat is. You know, you forget... You know, you forget how good Julian Wilson is on these right-hand points. You know, he grew up surfing right-hand points. He's just looks right at home. But just a note that I think that score from Liam O'Brien, you know, looking back throughout his year so far, you know, he hasn't been able to crack into, like, you know, even a high 7 or anything. So to just come back here to home soil, you know, to be in 24th on the rankings and then to drop that 8 would have felt so good.
Yeah, for sure. Nice wrap here. You can see Jules just stumbled a little bit on that first turn. I think it just set the rhythm off. I mean, the surfing's great. He's looking so good. I love that turn there. Plenty of power, and unfortunately the wave just rifles off in front of him. He doesn't get that final turn. Telegraph for big air at the finish there, and Jules is right back in this, and he'll drop an excellent score, but he doesn't look like he's been away from competition for a number of years. He looks like he's right in it.
No, it felt like that was going to go excellent if he had the opportunity to do something at the end. But I know just even looking at his interview yesterday that he did after he won the trials, you know, the emotions were flowing. He was just, you know, he's back.
He's invested, isn't he?
4 years off, and you know, it's just, he's surfing, you know, better than ever, and it's just so cool.
Well, we know he's got the wild card into the Challenger Series. He's going to have a shot at making it back on the tour, and we love to see him back here.
What an exciting heat, you guys. Italo has 2 scores into the excellent range, an 8 and an 8.03. Let's talk about the components of the criteria, Richie. What's really popping out to you with those big scores?
Yeah, okay, so the combinations, variety, committed approach, the innovative and progressive airs. I mean, Italo's just really locked down that component of the judging criteria, and then style and flow is a super important element as well. So stitch those all together and you're going to get up into the excellent range, but certainly this heat we've seen a ton of it.
As we break down the big 8s that we've already seen, that speed's just flying out to me right here.
Look, that first combo was absolutely amazing. And then to, you know, get these other 2 tags in, and just the spray and the power and just the flow on that wave, that was excellent all day long.
And then to this one, bit different to get to the excellent score here, Richie.
Yeah, up and over the foamy section, and this is where the innovation really comes into it. And Italo just manufacturing that air from that section, you know, just forcing it. That's what he's so good at doing, is just, you know, forcing manoeuvres, but making it not look forced.
Look, he's got 2 8s, and he's just like, nah, I'm going to go away, guys. This is my wave.
He's going to go again. Italo on wave number 4. He's thrown away a 7, by the way, and oh my goodness. He is flying. Throws down a top turn, snap there as it grows down the line. Tagged it a 3rd, now 4th time. And now starting to run after something big. He's found himself a section, big blowtail that he controls forward. Oh my goodness. He's got a wave that allows him to go as fast as he wants at all times. Look out.
There's not many people who can generate that amount of speed, you know.
Does he have a motor on the bottom of his board?
Like, especially on the backhand too, and being able to anticipate those sections that are happening in front, you know, and maintain pace, place the maneuvers where they're supposed to go.
It'll be interesting to see where this wave goes, because, you know, it felt like he was kind of highlining the whole entire thing, and here, you know, didn't get to the bottom, and then another turn there, so all of the surfing kind of in the top part of the wave. But just so much speed to get down to this section, and then to be able to obviously direction change, blowtail.
his first ride, while maybe not as fast and as exciting, it had more impact in the turns. This one was more down the line, a bit more horizontal.
Let's catch up with Ethan Ewing hanging out with Vaughn.
Ethan, and we thought you looked at home in the Bells Bowl, mate. Welcome back to the Southern Queensland Sandbottom Points.
Thank you. Yeah, it's nice to be back on this, super close to home and Gold Coast. It's been, a long time since I think it was my rookie year. It was the last time I competed here. So, super nice to be back in this part of the world.
Commanding performance in that heat, mate. Just doing what you had to do, but you were saying before, that the shape of the wave is really exciting for you.
It is, yeah. We've been surfing it the last few days. It's been really small, but the bank's insane, and looks like there's a lot of swell coming. So super exciting. We've had a lot of events where it's been slow and pretty average forecast. So this one's exciting to get going.
Awesome, mate. Well, a great performance and good signs from you yet again. And just keep a wide berth of the Stratty boys, mate.
I just want to say a big thank you to everyone that's come down and supported, all the Stratty boys and girls, and all my family. It's been huge to have them down here and supporting.
Good on you, mate. See you in the next round.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vaughn. Thank you, Ethan. He is so happy. He's got all the support from Stratty that made the trip down here to Burleigh Heads to support that round 1 victory. Still 11 minutes to go here in Heat 6. Italo way out in front. We'll be right back. Let's dive into the Pulse. Big opening day. First day of the waiting period. Burleigh Heads is certainly providing. We got to see Kanoa Igarashi continue his form from the runner-up finish at Bells to the fun right-handers. Here at Burleigh Heads, he had Marco Mignot pushing him in this one. Brian Callanan absent because he had a baby girl last night. So it was the two just going blow for blow, and Kanoa said he knows about seeding for the next round, took it very seriously and got the job done. And Jordy Smith always loves the Gold Coast. He's had some unbelievable starts in his career out here when it used to be the season opener. Now coming back to Burleigh, getting insights from guys like Munga Berry on where to sit. He looked polished and comfortable. Current world number 5 taking charge. Got the win over George Pitar and Imai Kalani DeVault. 18 years on tour, looking fresh. Then things got interesting with Yago Dora, looking like he was just putting on a clinic with backhand connections, hitting his targets from start to finish. He had a little goofy foot sparring partner in this one. Jackson Bunch looked light on his feet. Jackson would stay in second. And Edgar Grosjean sent to the elimination round. Yago's best first half of the season in his career continues to shine. And he loves a punt, doesn't he? Easy rotation for Yago. The big congrats from his girlfriend on the beach. Things got really fun when you talk about wild cards. Callum Robson ready to mix it up with the best in the world again. He said he found those great comp nerves again. He loves it. Able to send Jack Robbo into the elimination round fresh off a Bell's victory. That was certainly a huge statement. Jack was ripping, but couldn't get out of the fours, and it was Cal's day to upset the Bell's champ to move on.
Whew. Wow, what a morning so far.
And it's still just heat 6.
A lot of very good surfing this morning, but then this heat is where we've seen the excellent numbers. Into the 8s. Happened first with Italo with that first 8-point ride, and then Liam, and then Italo. Maybe Italo did 3 in a row, and then anyway. Shut up.
It's a good point.
They're all on fire.
They all push each other, and this the energy in the water too for Liam's different. He's at home. You know, first time ever he's got a CT on his home break. That feels electric. Italo's always going to bring that type of fight and flair and a heat. And then you've got the sentimental value of Julian Wilson, who's already made it clear of his intentions of coming back to the tour full time. He put that out there. He got a wild card for the Challenger Series, but the road to qualifying again is really, it starts here.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, this is a great confidence booster for Julian as we see him up and riding now.
Julian Wilson from Coolum Beach. Beautiful carve. Nice off the top again. That smooth style is putting himself in rhythm for the tail high reverse to finish. Just classic Julian Wilson type form and flow.
Wow. Can we talk about how he had third priority there? And just, I mean, any other heat right now, Jules would be winning. But this has just been the heat of the morning, and that was under priority. One way to try and get yourself an excellent score. Yeah,
well, I think Jules has got to chip away. These other guys are looking for a bigger, better number. And Jules does well to convert here, streaking down the line, gets the speed. I love that slash. Cuts it off at the perfect moment, gets another little re-entry, and then starts to look down the line. Takes to the air, gets the spin. Nice tidy air rev.
Wow.
Gets that tail pointing towards the beach, then reconnects, and then finishes the spin and rides out.
He said he got a little emotional on the beach yesterday, realizing he'd won the trials to go into the main event. He'd be putting on a CT jersey again, and on the loudspeaker he heard the soundtrack to his part in Young Guns.
Yeah.
And he's like, what is going on? It's just the emotional value of that breakthrough performance.
Oh, that's rad.
As we see rapid fire surfing from Italo. He's got a lot of speed, and how about that?
Goodness.
Projects in the flats on purpose.
I was not expecting that.
Wow, he's a magician, but that looked sore.
It's like the position of where he can push off of. The wave's already breaking, and he can get there late and see where he ends up.
Yeah, exactly.
95% of people wouldn't even want to go up for a late float, and he just goes up for a late full rotation into the flats.
So that's his first true throwaway, because, I mean, saying he's thrown away a 7, 6, 6, 7, those are keepers all day long.
Wow, look at that score for Julian.
Last number for Julian Wilson, a 7.4.
Okay, that's a better number for Jules. Now, everyone's top score is right there. So we look at the recap, the GWM recap, and Italo Ferreira has just been on a heater since the siren went, and it's backhand surfing like this that we expect to see from him. It's repetitious, fast, lightning fast speed down the line, and then Lobby got involved.
Yeah, this was probably the most beautiful wave of the heat. You know, Liam waited for this one, but then Italo just manufacturing this second 8-point ride. Almost lost it here, but then went, oh, nup, air into the flats. Just so exciting to watch. You just never know what is going to happen. And Julian, I mean, he's been surfing an amazing heat right now, and big carves, and then this was his last 7.40, so it's just so good to see him back out here and throwing these big airs and just looking so progressive, fast, smooth, just, yep, all the boxes, ticking all the boxes.
And what a boost of confidence for Julian Wilson, just coming back into this arena. Obviously, he's a veteran of the tour. And just quickly to say, he actually moved out on his own terms. He had a spot on tour, and just all the travel during the Olympics and the pandemic was too much with the quarantines. As we look at Italo on fire, another big punt. Just a show off for the crowd. His girlfriend, his filmer, Bushesha, one of his best friends from his childhood at Bahia Formosa. Brings him around the world everywhere to capture the big clips and moments that you can check out on Italo's Instagram. So another huge backside punt for the crowd on wave number 6. He's got a giant lead. He doesn't need to keep surfing, but this is his favorite thing to do. Up and out again for Italo Ferreira. And now Liam O'Brien. Big blast there, slowing down to get barreled. Of course the local boy finds one. He's driving, he's got the speed, he's made it out. Off the top for a big rooftop float. Liam O'Brien greases the landing.
Well, they're calling 10s. The locals are calling 10.
Hey, why not?
That would have been 10 if, you know, if it was on single. That just was so, like, iconic burly surfing, you know? Like,
yeah.
He put him on a single fin and he could have done that same surfing. It's just so amazing. And
that's what you love about the individual styles on tour, right?
It's so cool to watch.
What'd you see, Laura?
I mean, yeah, this wave just, you could tell Liam was like, this is going to have an incredible inside track. Nice little drainer here, nothing too deep, but this is where he got racing down, and we were thinking, is he going to go to the air? Is he going to, like, what is he going to do here? And just a huge, iconic, burly float for the crowd. They're loving it, and
yeah, beautiful bit of vision here.
yeah, it just looks like he's having so much fun here at home. What a heat for Liam, you know, after his start to the year so far, and to come out here and just, you know, do surfing that he loves and connects with, and that is just radical.
Yeah, I thought he was a little underdone at Bells. I thought some of his waves could have gone up into the excellent range. It's great to see him dropping some big numbers here, and well, to just get a little vision. Little tube time seems appropriate for the local.
It'll be interesting to see what the judges go with this one. You know, you could feel from the energy that could be, you know, when you think of burly heads and all the iconic waves you've seen here over the years. That was some iconic surfing, but you know, not a lot of progression. He had the vision, so we'll see if it goes above his 6.9.
Impressive totals from all three athletes in heat number 6. Italo throwing away a 7.37 from his punt before. Standing by for numbers from Liam O'Brien. And Julian Wilson getting one more wave as well before we move off this heat. This was Julian's last wave, Richie.
Okay, so a clean snap for Jules, up and over that little section. Driving down the line, looking for a finish, but doesn't get it. So we're thinking that at this point, it's perhaps Italo and Liam. We just need those final scores to drop in.
That's right. A 7.7 from Liam O'Brien, getting drained, and then a gigantic floater. Just classic Burley Heads performance from the local boy. 15.77 total, one of his best of the season. He will, in fact, move into the round of 32 with Italo Ferreira and Julian Wilson, even with a 14-plus total. We'll be dealing with the elimination round. What a matchup. All three surfers competing like that was the final.
Oh, that was such a fun heat to watch, and I'm sure everyone is entertained on the rocks here and at home. So some more big heats coming up.
Oh my goodness, Italo doesn't even look phased. He's like, I could surf 8 more heats like that today. He was taking waves he didn't need. He did more rotations. What a great venue for Italo to perform at, and the local boy, Liam O'Brien. Up next, Barron, Seth, and David Silva hit heat 7. We'll bring in Ronnie Blakey and Felicity Palmentier for the call.